Oh my God, it's the beer video. We're gonna do it really fast. Helen's too tired.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just
No,
being
you
whiny.
just said you were too tired to do this. You just said 5 minutes. This has to be a 5 minute video. 5 minute video.
Oh, be quiet. Oh God. Okay. Who went last week? I can't remember.
So, by the way, I know this because Viking Sandra, who is one of our viewers, actually left a comment under last week's video reminding me that you go first this week since I always forget. Thank you.
Oh, yay. Okay.
She's awesome, and she's been one of the folks who has been a champion, an eternal champion of sorts
Oh,
of beer review.
hold on. I need to yell at one of the cats. Baroness! Baroness, get out of there.
It's also the cat video, but we knew this. Like, you can't control cats. You just can't. My cat is now attacking me in the morning whenever I get up, just flat out attacking me. Um, I was just talking about cats while you were gone. They're just idiots. They're idiots.
Baroness was eating the boys' food.
Oh God, come on, Baroness.
Um, I guess I'll give him um hold on. We're also doing the cat video. Hey
Yeah,
buddy.
it's the cat and beer video.
Hey.
Oh, there you are, Sauron. How's it
This
going?
that's a little man who's been wronged, so I'm gonna give him a little more paste.
Yeah, yeah. Good. He's a good boy. Should we Helen, I was gonna do something professional and start with some news.
Oh yeah, start with some news, please.
Have you heard? I'm
Yeah,
sure you probably have, and ask Sauron if he's heard. Anchor Brewing
they're closing, yes.
dead. Yeah. It's the US's oldest craft brewer. They sold to Sapporo in like 2017 or 2018 or something like that. And yeah, they are blaming, not recovering from the pandemic.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that'll do it.
it will. They tried to do a rebrand, which I thought was at the time a really bad idea. And what am I? I'm not some genius, but I didn't even recognize their stuff anymore because I thought that they had a really recognizable brand.
Yeah,
And
they have that kind of nice old-timey logo, right?
yeah, yeah. And they kind of tried to update it, and then they instead just tried to sell beer in California, which is where they brew. And then they stopped making the Christmas ale, which is really
Well,
the
that's
only,
foolish.
yeah, that's
That's
the
pretty
only,
good, I remember.
yeah, that's the only Anchor beer I really liked. And I'm not shitting on Anchor. I mean, it's just people have tastes, and they weren't mine. But it sucks to see them go under. Uh,
Baroness.
Baroness doesn't care.
Oh, Baroness, come here. Don't whine.
Anyway, yeah, Anchor Brewing, RIP. I probably should have done an Anchor beer this week, but I didn't. I
Yeah, you and me both. I know they have them at the store down the street, but I'm actually featuring the local brewery I visited today after biking a really ungodly amount.
I saw that. Yeah, you did like 20.
Hey,
But at least the last update I saw, you had done 23 miles.
it's up to 30 actually. I think I cracked 30. I wasn't able to track it for the last part because um my phone the bike ride mapping function I use drains my phone's battery really
Oh
fast.
yeah. Yeah. I've walked 5.65 miles today. Cheer for me.
Damn, that's a considerable amount.
Yeah, I did a lot of work. But um it's your turn to go first. So why don't you we're actually gonna get to the beer early. This is crazy. This is the earliest we've ever gotten to the beer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to keep an eye on the cats
No,
too.
it's fine. There's cat chaos. I get it. I get it.
Okay, I spilled some food trying to lure Baroness over to her food dish, so
Yeah.
she's by that. So
I mentioned in the decibel piece that I was in that we do not edit this shit. This is just we sit down, we record, you see everything that we've done. We don't cut anything out. So if the cats go insane, you see it.
okay, the boy's finishing his paste, so
Yeah, that's great.
most the girl's gonna get his little leavings. Sorry, this is why I don't have actual children.
Oh
I
yeah.
Okay, so I've got a beer from Arbeiter. Um, they've got this classy logo here. I go to Arbeiter fairly regularly. They are right by the little movie theater I like to go to. And it's German style beers mostly. Um, it's kind of a tough call between this and what they call a Bavarican IPA. I'm not really sure what all that entails. I think it's like a fusion of IPA styles between German and American. But what I actually got was this berry tart wheat ale. And I'm not going to lie, this was because it's their featured beer and it was on mega sale. So,
I like the can.
yeah.
My
Yeah,
can.
all kind
Good.
of look like just have like different color schemes. Um, so I will pour this probably poorly. Ah, that is pink.
Ooh, it sort of looks like cherry 7 Up.
Jesus Christ, I poured that. Oh, no one look
Oops.
at this.
Oops, all head.
Oops, all had. I may drink this out of the can, actually. Ooh. Well, at least you got okay. Well, it's oh my God, how am I so
Oh
bad at
my
this?
God.
Uh,
Why don't we put that down and talk about something for the next 10 minutes while that thing settles? Jesus Christ.
okay.
Ow.
Boy,
Yeah.
love that one. Oh, Sauron's doing that thing now where he it's very dark and I can't film it properly, but where he sticks his paw in his dish and scoops the food out and throws it on the floor and eats it off the floor. I think it is a weird neglected cat habit he developed before he was rescued.
Yeah. Andy the cat does that sometimes, but I think it's just because he's fat.
Is it a fat cat? Well, Sauron's pretty
And I'm not shaming him. I'm not saying that in a negative way. Andy is a roly-poly little boy.
a,
Um,
a wide king, you might say.
he is, and he's the best. And if anybody says a fucking thing negatively about my cat's body, I'll punch you in the face. Not
Well,
you, but
dial it back. Um, well, that round of pouring went a little better.
I'm
I think,
I'm okay. Still a
yeah,
little ahead, but that's okay.
yeah, it's still not great, but whatever. This is why I'm not a bartender, I suppose.
Yeah,
Mm, I do not have any cool themed glassware.
that's okay.
Hmm. Cool. What kind of berry is in this, I wonder? I think it just says berry. Oh,
You
sure.
it's whatever berry you want it to be. Doesn't matter.
Hmm. Raspberry, I would guess, from the color and the flavor. I like this. It's
Nice.
nice, I think.
Never
Um, making this the featured beer um, of the month. It's very appropriate for, some summer sipping, I would say.
I just
Um,
realized I was doing that stupid stare that Tucker Carlson does, like whenever he's interviewing somebody and he's like, like he's incredulously heard something, or he's looking at an asshole that's like far off in the distance.
his name, he just invoked him like the fucking Babadook. He's gonna like, ooze up from my floorboards in a second.
He's behind me, isn't he?
God, if only, the you destroy that wall of Funko Pops at least, so he's
Yeah.
good for
It's good for that. I bought 3 more today, by the way. I'm sorry.
fucking.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I bought a lot of fucking toys this week. That's why
I
I'm.
think you're just doing it to make me mad, aren't you?
Yeah. 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 Yep. I am actually seriously trying to buy fewer of them. I made that promise to myself, and I haven't bought as many this year, but I just found a bunch of them that I enjoyed today. One of them, I'll show it to you, oh, is Bon Scott, because how do you go wrong with a Bon Scott pop vinyl? Yeah. And who's he hanging out next to? Angus. I'm sorry, I can already see a look on your face. We'll just keep going. Helen's just gonna hang up. Like it'll just be me on the rest of the video while she's throwing beer at the wall and the cats are upset.
Oh no, they're fine. Baroness, okay, she's fine. We were having some fun mother-daughter time when I was playing video games. I don't know. I think she's just mad because we put her on a diet. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I kind of gave up on a diet for Andy just because it just doesn't work. Um, I'm trying to use the like the what do you call it? Like the laser pointer to kind of get him to run around a little and get some exercise, and that seems to work. But what are you gonna do? How about shirt reveal before I crack open this son of a bitch that's next to me?
I got this Eternal Champion shirt. I told myself I needed to put a moratorium on band shirts, but I decided to make an exception for this one because it's my shit.
Yeah.
Um, it's got some like extremely ripped warriors on it, on top of a giant snake,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I don't feel like getting up and turning around because everything hurts right now. But on the Robert E. Howard quote,
Ah,
um, and okay, so I always find it funny that like I see Robert E. Howard quotes pop up where they do, which is usually some kind of like hyper masculine motivational context.
of course.
Robert E. Howard was like kind of a shut in mama's boy. Um, I am not talking shit. I think it's very sweet he was so devoted to his mom, but like, you know, I like that, he's just like, yeah, every man got the beast, it's got the beast in him. And it's like the subtitle might as well be like, except for me, I love you, mom. Like,
There's a wrestler story I could tell you about a mama's boy, which is pretty good. And it kind of segues, not the same guy, into my shirt, which is Owen Hart. He's a deceased professional wrestler. Helen, if you ever want to be as disgusted as you ever could be at a human being, look up the circumstances behind Owen Hart's death. Fucking horrible. I think it's already, if there really is some version of hell, Vince McMahon is 100% going there. And even if he wasn't before that,
uh,
going because of this. It's fucking disgusting. But the reason I'm wearing it tonight is because AEW, which is a different, like a newer promotion, they are doing an Owen Hart tournament. So they do one every year. They do a women's and a men's tournament. So tonight was the finals. That's why, by the way, I didn't get back to you about doing filming earlier because I didn't see your message till late because I was a nerd watching wrestling. Um,
okay.
anyway, tonight was the finals, and so I was excited. Owen Hart's wife was there too, and Owen Hart's wife, if she's young, I mean, she's still, I think she's in her mid 50s, early 50s. So she's young. I mean, it's not like, Owen. I think Owen died at maybe 32 or 33 years old.
That
But
was like early 2000s, right? Like,
it
am I,
was 99, I think.
and he had like some kind of traumatic head injury, right? Something like
He so he was playing a character called the Blue Blazer, who was supposed to be like a really bad superhero, like on purpose. And they were lowering him down, like he was supposed to come down from the ceiling of the arena, on like a harness.
oh
And
yeah, he died from a fall, right?
yeah, the harness gave way and he fell all the way down into the ring and died. Yeah. And they kept the show going.
Oh, for God's sake. I mean,
Yeah, it's horrible. There's a show on Vice called Dark Side of the Ring, which is basically like, you know, it's kind of sounds weird to say the seedy side of professional wrestling because it's all seedy, but this is
yeah.
like the worst of the worst. But they did a 2-hour version on him, and it's fuck. I mean, it's just fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. That other guy that did like a murder suicide with his wife, right? That
Funny
and
you mention him
yeah.
because his son was in the front row tonight. Like, his their families know each other, and there's nothing wrong with the son. The son did nothing fucking wrong. I mean, like, he's fine.
Yeah.
There's no big, it's not a big deal that he was there. I think it's kind of good because they're kind of trying to embrace him, and like, you're not, because yeah, that fan. Well, his name was Chris Benoit. I mean, he's basically
Right.
his name's
Yeah.
excommunicated from the records, and
And there was apparently, I think, some speculation like the guy got like a pretty bad like traumatic brain injury from
oh
wrestling.
yeah, He did. Like he had, I think he had the brain of like an 85-year-old man.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like
And
that's why, like Matt asked me like when we were watching like some UFC stuff why I don't do MMA. It's like, have you seen how many blows to the head those people take? Like,
yeah, yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
I don't want to like have my personality changed overnight because I got bonked on the dome a little too hard.
Right.
Like
Yeah. Funny enough, the guy that we were talking about who murdered his wife and daughter, I'm sorry, not daughter, son, his wife and son. I met him before.
oh, for God's sake, really?
Couldn't have been a nicer just a sweetheart.
Right. Like I heard that like a pretty big like personality change after he got like hit on the head,
He
basically.
took so many blows to the head, it's unreal.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's cliche at this point to be like, wrestling's fake. It's like, well, yes, I mean, like the outcome's predetermined, it's scripted or whatever, but it's still like
They'll beat
extremely
the shit out of each other. Yeah,
I would not want to do that. Like, and I get beaten up for fun, like constantly.
yeah. It's yeah, not an easy industry.
I'm sorry, I just noticed blood splatter on my wall. Was that God?
That's Tucker Carlson.
Oh God, he's seeping through the walls
He's
now. I
seeping through the walls. Here he comes. He's gonna form, and we're all
oh,
fucked.
God. Yeah, I just finished reading actually The Hellbound Heart, which is the little novella that's the basis for Hellraiser. Um, it's just like, oh, I've tinkered too
You
much.
did. You're
I'm
fucked
in
up.
through walls now. Um, so fun fact, actually, you know how everyone was like fucking filling their diapers about like, oh, they cast a transgender as Pinhead.
Yeah.
So in The Hellbound Heart, uh, the Pinhead Cenobite, who isn't the leader in the book. I mean, whatever. They changed it because like Pinhead looks cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. But Pinhead, OG Pinhead is described as like having like kind of a high, breathy voice. I think the wording in the book is like an excited schoolgirl. So
Yeah. Strange, right? Like, wow. So this has been going on longer than just when the Republicans decided it was.
and everyone trying to be all like trans panic about it. It's like like the whole appearance and the concept of the Cenobites is based on like Clive Barker, was a sex worker who worked like gay clubs,
Mhm.
and he was basing that on like his experience like in BDSM clubs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the calls coming from inside the house, my guy.
They
Like
all are. The fucking phone won't stop ringing.
God, yeah, like it's the yeah the hell so it's so gory and so smutty and so gay like in its original incarnation. It's like you, you can't you can't be mad like someone made Hellraiser gay. It was
It's not even worth. Fuck them. I don't care.
I mean
They can
like
complain all they want.
all that shit in the story, it's not even subtext, it's text. Like you have to be really very stupid to not understand that.
They are stupid. So I mean, we're. I'm gonna go to the beer. I'm getting worked up. I also have a local beer, and
Yes.
my friend Derek, he is in the band Stalemate of Wills. They're a Pittsburgh band. They're kind of like a doom hardcore type of band. Um, recommended this brewery to me called Old Thunder Brewing Company. It's in a town called Blawnox, which is outside of Pittsburgh. It's near where I used to work. But anyway, kind of a plain can, but it's kind of cool. It's called Parakeet Island is the name of the beer, and it's an India Pale Ale. So kind of a little bit of a Viking theme with the hammer. Um,
That's
so California style IPA brewed with a blend of hops from New Zealand. Expect bold notes of lemon, lime, tropical fruits, and soft pine. And we are looking at lost the ABV 6.8. 6.8% alcohol by volume, oldthunderbrewing.com. Yeah. So, and I'm drinking out of a snake hole lounge glass for anybody that enjoys parks and recreation. Um, oh, hold up. Thick opening to the can. Let's try to get less head. A little less head. Helps us all go to bed.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
What's that?
what's that?
Oh, Sauron's kind of hollering. I may pick him up because everyone loves a cat. Sauron, that's right, my son.
Sauron, look at the beer. Ooh, the beer smells nice and piney. Uh, there he is. So Sauron, the beer smells nice and piney. So I am definitely getting that from the aroma. I can smell the hops already. I can taste them without even putting it in my mouth. But I'm gonna put it in my mouth. I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
What do you think, Sauron?
This is weird.
Hmm.
Not in a bad way. My tongue doesn't work. My taste buds don't work. The first taste I got was vanilla. Um, I'm drinking it wrong. First, it's a very crisp, very nice bodied IPA. It feels good in my mouth. It feels like a nice, well made, very thick, clean IPA. I really enjoy how it tastes. Let me try it one more time because I really was excited about this lemon lime because that's a flavor profile I'm into. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I'm not getting as much of that, strangely. To me, the citrus element is a little bit on the muted side. There's a little bit of it. There's not much bitterness. Again, if you're somebody who's not a giant fan of a bitter IPA, and I am a fan of a bitter IPA, but if you're not, um, that you'll be happy with this one. You will make friends with it. I don't think there's an IBU count on here. There's not. And I'm not going to guess what it is, but it's a very refreshing beer. It's very nice. I actually would really like to taste this on draft. I mean, it tastes good from the can, but this comes across to me as something that if I was drinking it straight from the source, I think these tastes or these flavors might come across a little better. Um, and also might just be me. Look, I'm tired. Um, it was somebody's stupid idea to do this video late. I don't know who that was. Uh,
someone had a wrestling event, so I get it.
Somebody had a wrestling event. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to let it warm up a little bit. It's not too cold either. I don't like to drink, crushingly cold beers. Um, so maybe that flavor will come through a little bit later. But anyway, it's a nice beer. It's a nice IPA. I know people are sick of IPAs and sick of talking about IPAs, and everybody has one. Some people have multiple, or some breweries have multiple, but this is a really nice one. And I'm gonna try to track down some of their other beers. They had another one. They only had one other at the place that I went to look for beer, and I think it was a pale ale. And I'm not a pale ale fan, so I was just like, I'm not the audience for this, so I didn't want to have something that I wasn't going to enjoy just based on my interest. But yeah, nice IPA. I enjoy it. Old Thunder Brewing Company. We'll do more of theirs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm hoping to do more from Arbiter. I like their stuff quite a bit. Um, they actually had a black ale I tried today, which was very nice. I applaud them for having a dark beer in the summer when that's very hard to find. I am one of the few sickos who enjoys that. So
I
it
do
was
too. Yeah, I'm right along with you. I enjoy it, and I'm gonna drink a dark beer later. So try to stop me. Try to stop me. Come to my house. Try to stop me. I have an alarm system, and the door is locked, and Andy the cat will just
from my
pretty much roll over for you. So no protection whatsoever, other than a couple of knives and an axe. That's really all I got. So do what you want with that information.
just give out your address, man.
What's that?
Just give out your address at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it. It's right there at the bottom of the screen. That's my address and telephone number, and I will follow up later with my social security number so that anything you need from me, you can get. I don't know. It's hot up here, Helen. I am fucking warm. I'm gonna let's call this a day because I'm sweating and this beer is sweating and it's uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable. All right. Well, all right. That's been the beer video, and Cheryl Hines is dead to me. So we'll talk to y'all next week.